We're not alone anymore. We are in this together. So on this day 5, right? And it's a Friday.
Wait, hold on, because I feel your energy getting ready to close. I wasn't done with you, by the way. You want to close it out. I wasn't done with you. And I thank you for being super transparent and vulnerable. And one of the things I want to highlight is this part right here. I want to highlight this part. And you did it. And that's why I'm going to stop you right here. I just want you to understand. First of all, I haven't had you up here in a long time in this way when I'm getting ready to ask this question. But how explicit can I be with you?
Oh my goodness. That question, y'all. Listen, when y'all hear that question, run.
No, don't run. So,
It's always top flight
okay.
security as explicit as you want.
I want you all to get this. Sometimes the way that we think is good for us to operate actually hurts us. It's not good for us to operate. And in those moments, if you don't have an intervention, your life could go a whole different route. Now, I want to be super transparent because we didn't mention this part, and I would love to elaborate on this. So, Sunshine was, with her camera off the entire time. She might ask one or two questions here and there, but camera's off. This woman paid $15,000, got into the program, still with her camera off. And you know what happened? She went through the whole entire program and didn't do anything. You know why? Because of the momentum she created with the camera off. See, when your camera's off, it allows you to hide a little bit. It allows you to sneak around. It allows you to be distracted. It allows you to do things that is not necessarily serving you, and you know it. And that's why your camera is off. It doesn't mean that everyone whose camera is off, you're out there sneaking and geeking. But you know there's a certain energy that transpires within you when you see accountability show up to you. Let's make it make sense. If you're at the corporate world, you're in the office, and boss man or boss woman walks by, what happens? Everyone let me know in the chat. I'm not even going to go forward until I get the answer in the chat. Just to show you how we're more alike than we are different. And systematic approaches will allow us to win, and systematic approaches will allow us to fail. So whether you have a system or you think you don't have a system, either way, you're running a system. So I want us to get clear on something. What happens when boss man or boss woman walks by? I just don't want one person. I would love to have everyone type it. I see one or two people putting answers in the chat. Boss man, boss woman walks by. What happens? Exactly. We all start straightening up and doing work. Why? The question is why. Get comfortable and get familiar with yourself of asking why and going deeper to the core of what it is that you're seeking or what it is that you're expressing. Because I want you to realize something. When that person walks by, you get a sense of showing up as your higher self. Now, I want you to think about it this way. Maybe you like to go to the gym. Maybe you like to do in-home workouts or whatever it may be that's something that of help and assistance to you. Do you like to do it alone or do you find yourself being more empowered doing it with a partner? Doing it with someone that can hold you accountable, or and not even in the case of like a superior, but just knowing that their presence is there, you start to operate higher. Let me know in the chat. 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 Do you feel like you can excel faster by yourself or faster with someone else? Let me know in the chat. So, when you start to think about these things, God created it this way for a reason. You're not meant to be alone. Anyone who says, I'm introverted, I'm an introvert, no, I get it. There's times where you love to have your personal space and you do well operating by yourself. But that's only because of situations you probably had prior where it caused a traumatic response. Where now you shut down because everyone who you come in contact with misunderstands you, makes you feel bad, makes you feel wrong. Now, when you're inside certain groups, you're the only one doing work and everyone else is slacking off. But everything you had to learn to survive, you have to unlearn in order for you to thrive. So when you're sitting up there and you're saying to yourself, I paid money to be here, But you know what? I'm just gonna listen in. Do you know that little child that's within you, or that younger version of you, that knows that they could be someone great, that says to the person that asks them, hey, what do you want to be when you grow up? And you think about something amazing. Let's just look back at that child. That child was just really talking about their own essence, about who they know they are, who they could become. And then along the road, along the route in this journey of life, somehow our dreams get beaten out of us. Somehow the life gets taken from us. And now we start to operate smaller than many be. Now, how many of us have children? Let me know in the chat if you have children, because I want to talk directly to you all. And I love it because you know what? There's a lot of women in here saying me. As a man, I'm telling you straight up, the boys, we love mom. Nothing can replace mom. Mom is just someone special. And mom always has some powerful words for us. Straighten up. Go out there, be your best version. And you know what I find? I find so many parents telling their kids what they could be, telling their kids that they can be all that they can be. But then the parents are not even sniffing, even stepping close to who they could be. I want you to put a me in the chat if that's you. If you tell your children, hey, you could go out there and be everything you can be, but you're not even following that same advice. You're showing up smaller than your own children. And you know what? They recognize that. So at some point, they stop listening to you. They don't be disrespectful about it, but you can realize that they stop listening to you. And then you get a little jaded. But I'm here to say this to you. If you don't show up for you, does it only hurt you, or does it hurt your trajectory of your child? Because they get to see mom slacks off. My mom is, she work at home, she's doing a remote job, but she's doing it in her PJs. Mom is half in it. She's going outside with her bonnet on and going to the store, going running groceries. Yeah, I get it. I'm not. Hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. If the shoe fits. When is good no longer good enough? When is good no longer good enough? I really want someone to answer that. Raise your virtue hand. When is good no longer good enough? When are you tired of being good? When are you sick of making the same mistakes, sick of seeing the same things? When is it time for you to get yours? Somebody put in the chat, I need mine. Somebody put in the chat, I need mine. If you need yours, remember that commercial? Remember that commercial that used to come on? Only way you used to see this commercial is if you stay home from school, or if you watch, the soap operas. But it used to come on and say, I need my money and I need it now. I used to always laugh at that because before I was a kid, I didn't really know what they were talking about, but it was funny because they was hanging out the window and she was yelling. But I feel like that now. I feel like that. It's my money and I need it now. And I want you to think about that. All of the money that you want is in somebody else's possession. How do you get it hiding behind the camera? How do you get it playing small? How do you get it not being able to speak up? How do you get it thinking small? How do you get it not looking well? How do you get it? This is about thinking big, speaking well, and looking good, but not looking good in the sense of just looking good. I'm talking about taking care of yourself, mental wellness. Health is wealth, ladies and gentlemen. I only see one hand up. I guess Mark, is that Mark? I guess Mark is the only one. Yeah, that's Mark. I guess Mark is the only one who knows his money out there and he needs it now. But let's bring him up, team. Let's bring him up. When is good no longer good enough for you?
King Mark, how are you? Oh, this screen. Let's get him back up.
Did he disappear?
Yeah, he sure did.
Okay. I don't see him anymore. All right, maybe he disappeared. He'll come back. Okay. Let me know in the chat. When is good no longer good enough? When is good no longer good enough? Mark is back.
Yeah, I'm back. Yes.
Okay.
I'm back. I made it back.
All right. Good. Good. So talk to us. Talk to us. When is good no longer good enough for you?
Well, first of all, I want to say good morning, everybody, and thank you for this. And you know, I hear everybody say when you keep doing the same thing over and over every year, and every year, and it feels the same way. And I'm sitting there going, what am I doing wrong? And I always say I can do everything by myself. I have this mentality. It's so deep because that's all I did my whole life. I did everything by myself. I didn't think that nobody cared, and they probably didn't, but I didn't care about myself. So what I think about now is just reaching out. I'm helping them through the week. There's more. I got more to give. There's more to do. I work construction. I make good money, and I'm still like living paycheck to paycheck. I'm robbing Peter to pay Paul. You know,
Let's stay right there. Let's stay right there. Stay right there. Because that's exactly what I was referring to when I said um the looking good part. Did he freeze? I think he froze. Unless he's good at holding a pose like that. But okay, he froze. All right, cool, cool. So I want you to stay right there. Robbing Peter to pay Paul. You make a lot of money, but you're still living paycheck to paycheck. Put a one in the chat or put Yana in the chat if you could relate. This is the story of somebody's life in here as well. And I had a revelation at some point, and there's something called lifestyle creep, right? And what happens is when we start making a lot of money, what starts to happen, Mark? What did you start to do?
we spend more.
Right. And you start to acquire more things. You're spending money. You're acquiring more items, but you are acquiring it based upon your circumstance, right? Where you're saying, I know I have a guaranteed paycheck. So you're buying things that you're paying for over time. And essentially you can't technically afford it outright, but lease it, right? We'll make payments on it. And we start to creep into this whole trajectory of living uh, head just above water, right? So to speak. And I want you to touch on that really fast. How does that make you feel?
Suffocating. Um, it's not a good feeling. It's not a good feeling when you got to hope that the check comes in, hope that it clears, you know, hope that it gets there in time. What can I do to make it to the next week? You know, um, it's not a good feeling no more.
Okay. How long has that been going on for you?
Probably pretty much my whole life.
Yeah, the laugh said it all. He's like, yo, this is a joke. He's like, this is a joke, man. I can't believe it's still happening. So I want you to I want you to think about this. The way that you were operating, right, is natural. It's natural. We operate because everything in this life is about accumulation. All we do is accumulate, accumulate. But when we were going through the purpose of money and the things of that on Wednesday, it was about what we accumulate, right? We have to accumulate things that allows us to get the return on our investment. A lot of things that we accumulate doesn't give us a return on investment. It might give us a return on entertainment or something to spend our time doing, but it doesn't give us a return on the true investment. It doesn't make our life a lot happier. It doesn't give us extra streams of income. And most of the time, it doesn't give us the true happiness and freedom that we all seek, right? So I want you to think about this. Imagine a kid touching fire, burning his hand, but then year after year, he just does the same thing. What would you say about that, child?
Something's wrong with them.
Okay, like what?
You like pain. You keep doing the same thing over again. You like that pain. You're used to that. That's normal to you to keep doing that. There's something wrong.
Yeah, this is a perfect time. Stay right there. You know what I got to do right now? It's time to cue the music. It's time to cue the music up. I want you to think about what you just said. You say you like what?
Pain.
Like the pain, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Say it one more time.
Like the pain.
Okay. Now let's take the child and let's replace the child with you. And let's take the fire and replace the fire with living paycheck to paycheck, lifestyle creep, all the things you've been dealing with. Even though you know you're great and you do great things, but it seems like what?
It's like it's not. I feel like there's no reward to myself. There's no reward. It's like I'm always going and working hard, and you know, I work 7 days a week. I work hard, you know, and I think that that's the way to go. I
Stop,
can't
stop,
remember
stop.
the last.
Right there, right there. Did you hear it?
Okay.
Did you hear it? Did you hear what you said? I think that that's the way to go.
Yes, I think that's the way
Okay.
to go.
Imagine that you're the child.
Mm.
What would you say? Would you say that you like the pain?
Mm.
Wait, no. Imagine
Oh.
that you see it's different when you put yourself in it, but it's the same exact story with different element. And your thought to him or to whatever child, whoever the child was, is that they like the pain. My suggestion in to you is, do you think somewhere that you like the pain?
Mm. Of course, I keep doing it.
Exactly. See, the thing is, we don't do anything without a payoff to it. You can't even name something that you've done. In fact, let me just gauge the room because I know there's people that disagree right now. We have to break that down. How many of you disagree that when I say this statement, you don't do anything without a payoff for yourself in it? Put a zero in the chat if you disagree. Put a one in the chat if you agree. And it's really not about agreeing. This is getting you to make a prompt so I can make a point. So yeah, it's not about you agreeing with me or not. But in this world, this is how you're going to be able to get the point across. I knew it. I knew I was going to see some zeros in there. Sarah, Sarah, what? Can we bring Sarah up? Bring one of them up who said zero. Bring one of them up who said zero. While they're looking for the person who said zero to bring them up here, I want to talk to you, Mark. When I'm saying to you, do you believe that you like the pain? Do you think you like the pain?
I think I do because I keep doing it.
Stay in that moment. Sarah, hey Sarah, good to see you up here. And Sarah's like, yeah, I didn't know, I wasn't expecting it. Yeah, I know. But I want to ask you, why did you disagree with that statement?
I like to think that I do stuff out of the kindness of my heart. I know the right answer, but I just like to think that I do stuff out of the kindness of my heart. So I say zero.
Okay, give me an example.
And I don't have an example.
No, give me an example. Don't be like those Trump supporters where it's like, hey, Trump is great. All right, bring him up. And what does Trump do? Name one thing Trump did that was great. And they go, I don't know. So don't be one of them. But I want you to think though. Why would you disagree with that?
You know what? Thinking about it, it's not like I would go out of my way just to do something. It would be more so if someone asked me to do something, then I would do it out of the kindness of my heart. But I'm not looking for anything in return. But I guess I wouldn't just do it. So maybe I would be doing it for a reason.
So let's break it down into a minuscule point. And Mark, while I'm doing this, I'm actually having you think about it in your situation. That's why I'm bringing her up because it'd be easier for you to think outside of yourself, which we already displayed within that example. So this would be good for you just to kind of pick it up too as we go, Mark. So for you, Sarah, I want you to think, even if you did something out of the kindness of your heart, why are you doing it? No, no, this is important. You have to get this because if you don't get this, you repeat the same cycles. When you get this, you don't repeat the same cycles. You unlock a new level.
I would like to think that I was doing it to help them with whatever they were asking me to help with.
Good.
But
No, 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 that's good. Let's stay there. Keep going now. Remember when the kid says, why? But why, mom? But why? But why? And you go, oh, just all right, stop asking the question. No, they need to explore to get down to the depth of it because that is what makes you internalize it. Tell me why do you like to help them?
I guess it makes me feel.
Don't guess. Just be honest about where you're at.
It gives me a sense of gratitude to help other people.
How does gratitude make you feel?
Like like like, like I'm helping.
Don't overtalk it. Don't overtalk it. Just be with it. Remember, when we're going through the work, this is not to make you feel persecuted or ostracized. Or this is just to enlighten us all, so we're free of burdens that we place upon ourselves. That's what I'm getting ready to demonstrate to you. All of the things that we're doing and the things that we think may be struggle are burdens we placed on ourselves. Mark, nobody told Mark to continuously buy things, to purchase things and make his wife or make his family safer and happier. No one told him that. But in his mind, he's acquiring things to improve the condition of his life. So when you're doing what it is that you're doing, you're helping someone else because of what? Because it makes you feel good. If it made you feel bad to help them, you probably wouldn't help them. There's a payoff to everything that you do, even the things that you think are negative. And here's the other example. I'm going to eat the whole tub of ice cream, Ben and Jerry's, and I'm not going to go work out. There's a payoff to that. But no one had to run up to you, Mark, eat that tub of ice cream. Come on. It's Chunky Monkey. Get to it. And Sarah, come on. Let's go get it. No, no one has to do that. But you might sit down, yeah. You know, I'm about to watch my favorite show. These girls crazy on this show. It's good too. So you feeling all types of sensories just going off. It's dopamine effects everywhere. But are you being the most effective with your time?
That makes sense.
So I want you to think now, when you are helping people, what's the payoff for you? The gratitude. Someone put it in the chat already. You feel appreciated. When they go, oh, thank you for doing that. That feeling inside of you, you feel appreciated. See, a lot of times we feel the outside, we feel the inside void with outside things. See, this is a deeper internal struggle that we're battling. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, if we're struggling financially, struggling emotionally, struggling with relationships, remember the physical world is what? The reflection of the inner world. So when you're doing those things for other people, you're really doing it for yourself. So when you say to yourself, hey, I'm going out there to help people because I just love to help out of the kindness of my heart, let's revise that and let's revisit it and see if that's actually true. You're doing it for the void of the love that's in your heart. When you realize that, you can transform that internal struggle and then externally it changes. Watch, let me give you a clear example. Clear as day example. If what's the amount of money you would love to collect, Sarah? And Mark, you think about yours.
Cover my life now, it would be like 6,500.
5,500 a month. Okay, cool. Mark, what about yours?
10,000 a month.
Okay, 10,000 a month. Let's say we gave you 20,000 a month. How would you feel, Mark?
Okay.
Let's say we gave you 10,000 10,000 a month, Sarah. How would you feel?
Great.
Could anybody stop your shine? Could anybody stop your rain? I mean, could anybody stop you from walking in a building feeling good?
No.
Okay, imagine that we gave you all the money up front. Instead of it being 20,000, you got 200,000. Instead of it being 55, you got 55,000. Could anything ruin your day that day?
No.
Why not?
Because you think the money will make you happy.
Mm. You know why the money makes you happy? Because it's the external thing that covers the internal void. Because you could just already be happy. So this is how you look at it from a holistic perspective. Now, if we put a connotation on it, we put a negative twist on it, and we say, hey, if you take this money, you no longer live. Would you take the money?
No.
Why not?
I want to live.
Why not, Sarah?
Yeah, I want to live too. And I mean, I would like to be able to spend the money.
Of course we want to spend it. Ain't no point to get it and not be able to spend it, right?
Right.
So living is infinitely better than the money. Mark, Sarah, wake up. You're living.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's happening right now. It's here right now. But we keep sitting and waiting and letting things pass us by. It's happening right now. Get up and walk with that energy now, because money is a form of energy. When you work for X amount of hours, you get paid for your energy. And then the dollar becomes a value of your energy. Depending on how many hours you worked or what job you did, constitutes you to be able to have a certain store of energy. Right? So the reason why we go out and get money is because it fulfills a void that's internally in us, that's maybe lacking, or we feel some disappointment there, and then it covers it up. But if you had $1 billion, and that's you just keep getting $1 billion, you're gonna now need something new. You're gonna need something new to spark your life. You're gonna need something else. It's not going to be about money anymore. So the thing that we're always chasing is a payoff, is a feeling. The reason why we struggle is because we have a feeling inside that hasn't been met. There's people who only make $2,000 a month, the happiest they can be. And there's people that make 2 million a month, and as miserable as they can be.
Yes.
So the choice is within you. Which route are you going? Who are you being? And this is why God designed it this way. It's so magnificent. There aren't any mirrors in nature because each person is a reflection of you. If you walk with love and you lead with love, higher chances are that they will reciprocate that love. It doesn't always happen the way we think it should happen, but the environment that you're around is more important than anything else. Because you could be that great person, you could be the person that knows they could do all of these things, but if you don't have the right environment, you'll feel out of alignment. So that's the first thing that to get you back into alignment, right? So that way you're operating with high energy. I just give you this thought. If you place a seed on the concrete, it looks out of place. It looks dead, right? But if you take that same seed and you put it into the ground, the earth, the soil, you nurture it, let it grow. It grows into a tree because the tree was already within the seed. Whatever you're looking for is already within you. But if you're not in the right environment, you're seeking and you're searching for things outside of you to fill the void that's in you. That's where lifestyle creep comes from.
Oh,
That's where, I'm going to do this for you, do all these things for you, then neglect myself comes from.
okay. Yes.
Because we know you, Sarah. You love the help. Hey, nigga, let's go to Sarah. I need a little cash. I'm going to Sarah because she gonna at least give me. She's probably gonna give me half of what she got. If she got $4. She might give me two, and it might be her last two. She might give it to me. I'm gonna call Sarah. Sarah, what's up, baby? I need to go to the club. Can I get that? And in your mind, you really think you're helping them. They're going to the club, Sarah. They're taking money from you and making you a little less, rich just to go out there to do something that is not even fulfilling.
Mm.
So when does this stop? When do you start to prioritize you and realize that you are the creator of your reality? What happens on the inside shows up and manifests on the outside. What's your takeaway from this, Mark? And then we'll go into Sarah. And we appreciate you, Sarah, for coming up.
Oh, wow. Um, it's not about the money. It's about how you feel inside because when I have a lot of money, when I'm working crazy hours and got a lot of money, I'm happy. I say I am, right? But I'm buying everything that I don't need to be buying. And, you know, with being on this with you guys, it's like I'm looking at things totally different, but it's like you know how when you do something all the time and now it doesn't feel good?
Mm.
It don't feel good. It don't feel good right now. Um, I gotta tell you what I do. Like, so I gotta, I work hard, and then I work at a sporting good, and you know, I call them toys. I sell them, I sell these things, and I buy a lot of them, and now I got them all, and now the high don't feel good, don't buy. So I pull my little buy everything up, and then when it goes away, I try to do something else instead of just looking at me. It's like I'm always constantly trying to fill somebody else's. I'm trying to fill my void with everybody else, and everybody comes to me. I give out money. I help everybody build their house. I help everybody do things. And at the end of the day, I think I did a good deed, but I just want someone to love me. I just want someone to love me back the same way I love them and the way I help them. And it never happens that way. They call me when they need me. They don't call me when they don't need me. Family, friends, the whole thing. It's crazy. It's crazy. And
So, stay right there. Everyone put Yana in the chat if you resonate with that, because that's what I usually talk about when I call you out the best of the best, top of the top, cream of the crop. And there's a way to solve this. When you have light, you attract bugs.
yeah.
But when you have great health, you attract health. And I want you to think about it this way. When you go out there and you collect items and you accumulate money and you accumulate riches and just things that, items, everyone else who's looking, they see the items and they want to get next to the person who has that light, who has the items. So they're all going to come around you because you have the items. And when you give the items out, they're all going to be amazed. Yeah, yeah, it's amazing. But you have to keep giving the items, because if you don't keep giving the items, the light dims and they turn their back and they go look for a different light. So you're operating in an environment in which you think that it will be reciprocal, but it's not. And let me give you a solution to be able to have it be reciprocal. When your light comes from within, you're never without.
Mm.
If you're practicing speaking clearly, if you think big, if you look good because you feel good, because you are good, because you're healthy, This is where you start to truly become wealthy in all sorts of other things, because now guess what? When you speak well, people just want to pay you to speak. Oh, you speak so well. Can you advertise my business? Oh, could you sell this for me? Now they start gifting you with things. Oh, you look so good. Can you wear my clothes? Can you wear that for me and I'll pay you? In fact, you can keep the clothes. Oh, you think well. Hey, can you come into my business? I think I got a bottleneck that I need to solve. Could you help me solve this? I will pay you. You see the difference? Versus you having all the external stuff that attracts bugs to you, that now people just bugging you. And it bugs you out because it's like you love me when I got it, but you don't even acknowledge me when I don't have it. In fact, you don't even call me to see if I need something. See, it's two different environments. There's bloodsuckers and there's life givers. You need to be around the people that speak life to you. You need to be around the people that nourish you, that push you to the next level, who are willing to pour into you, willing to pay you. When people pay you, they're pouring into you, man. And all it takes is you utilizing your skill sets in order for that to happen. So when I talk about personal development, this is why this means so much to me, because this is the foundation for everything that we want. But this is the number one thing we run away from. Oh, I don't need mindset. I already got it. The person who says that you need it the most. Because mindset is not something that you have. Mindset is something that you do. Something that you do. It's knowing that you are great and everything in this world is working for you and with you. You're co-creating reality with others. It's knowing that you are special. Last thing I want to tell you why you should be in a group, because God created it this way. If you weren't meant to be in a group, you probably could just produce on your own. But God made it possible that it takes men and women to come together to have a child. When they have a child, now there's three people in that group. You see that? Now, by default, you're in a group. You learn one, each one teach one. The kid not only learns from the parent, but the kid teach the parent how to be a better parent, how to be a better person.
Yes.
So we're all here to help each other and learn and grow with each other. But your environment will either help you or hurt you. Now it's up to you to choose the environment. It's all up to you to choose. So as we leave on this note, we do want to bring Sarah back up. Mark, anything else that you want to add or you want to say?
No, no. Thank you.
Absolutely. If we could come off of mute and we could send some love to Mark, snap it up and clap it up. Can we send a request to have everyone come off of mute and send some love? Because that was beautiful. Mark, we thank you. Mm. Yes, absolutely. Thank you for that love, everyone. Can we bring Mark back up really fast? I see Mark, you got a little emotional there. I want to know exactly how you felt in that moment. Wait, hold on, Mark. Hold on. Unmute.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah. That was, that was nice. It's deep. I never had nobody, in that volume, you know, just give you cheers.
Hmm.
You know.
Say that again. It froze. Say that again. It froze up. Go ahead.
I said I didn't have to do nothing but be me and tell you something about me.
Mm.
That's all I had to do.
And that's your takeaway. That's your breakthrough. Don't go outside of you to make someone happy and try to please them in other ways because you can't please everyone. Please yourself by
No,
being who you truly are. And that was profound. That was powerful. I think you helped a lot of people get some breakthroughs today. So be proud of yourself, Mark. We're proud of you. Snap it up, clap it up. Let's go, Mark.
thank you. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Where's Sarah at? Sarah, anything you want to add? Any takeaway that you had before we move on? Let's see if we can get Sarah back up here.
Yes, just to add on to what Mark said, I feel like the energy that I put into other people, I need to pour into myself.
Mm. And what's your commitment to yourself going forward?
Um, to prioritize myself before everybody else.
What does it look like?
Doing what I want to do.
What does that look like?
I'm not trying to overthink it.
But why, mommy? I'm just gonna act like a child. But why? Just keep going. But why?
Um, doing putting my goals first, like completing what I start, because that's my main problem. I start stuff and I stop it, and I start helping other people with their stuff. Doing my stuff to completion.
Mm,
That's main goal.
mm. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Now, give me. Well, it's basically you giving you. What is your next task that you're going to complete from start to finish?
Uh, my children's book, my AI book. I've been working with Kiana, and I haven't. It's been like months, and I know I should have it done. I'm gonna have it done by the end of this month.
Okay. So, which age group are you helping?
Um, it's I want to say it's like 5 to 11, but it's gonna grow with my kids because I want to do books like um the books are like life books.
Wait. Hold on. Are you crying?
Yes,
What happened?
I'm just emotional.
About what?
My breakthrough
Talk to us about what? What are you emotional about?
because I know that I don't complete stuff and I just help everybody else and I hype everybody else up, but I don't do it for myself.
Okay, stay right there in that moment because something powerful is for you. Which is the age group of the children at your target?
Kids right now are 1 to 11. Um, and it's based off of life lessons that I'm teaching them. So it's gonna start there and grow with them.
Okay. Don't quote me on it fully at the moment, but I believe that there's 33% of children under 12 commit suicide each year. And I would love for you to think about this. If you continue to take long to produce your book, how many more children could have been saved by you but will suffer by not having your book? This is not to guilt trip you, but I want you to really think that if you're in this world to help someone, who and how many lives could you save if your book is out there?
Mhm. More than I would even see. I never even thought about anything like that.
But that's how powerful you are. But when you're so busy and distracted, you can't recognize who you truly are. That's why I asked the question earlier, when is good no longer good enough? Because it's good that you started. It's good that you have an idea. It's good that you're working with Kiana. It's good. I love it. But when is good no longer good enough?
Right now.
Okay. So let's get to it right now. I'm proud of you in a lot of ways. And I know it's emotional to recognize that you've been helping everyone else except for yourself. That's all. It doesn't feel good when we think about it this way. And that's why a lot of times we avoid it. But I'm here to not avoid it, not to ignore it, but to shine a light, to enlighten that. There's a you inside of you that you haven't met yet that's waiting, that's screaming, that's asking, that's saying, hey, let me free. And right now, we're going to set that version free, but you have to make a promise to yourself. So I want you to look at Sarah and I want you to make a promise. What do you promise Sarah moving forward? And give a time limit by when on it.
I promise by May 31st, my book will be done.
Okay, Jess, is Jess on here? Jess, if you're on here, please write that down and make a note and send it to me. And let's put that on the calendar. And we want to look in school and make sure that you have that done by the time May 31st shows up, which is pretty much next week.
Yes.
All right, cool. Proud of you. Everyone come off of mute, snap it up and clap it up and send some love to Sarah because I'm quite sure she helped you get a breakthrough today. I'm quite sure what she shared was profound. Let's send some love out there.
We love you. We love you. Everything you touch lives will prosper.
That's powerful right there. Powerful. We did a lot of powerful work this week. I mean, not as much as I wanted to do. I really wanted to do some superpower work, and have you, face certain things within yourself. We got a chance to do a little bit of it. And that's really due to your participation. So unfortunately, some of us, we missed out on some great breakthroughs just because we didn't want to raise our hand. And then at least the people who did raise their hand, we got some breakthroughs from this. So what I want you to do is this. I want you all to kind of take away this idea. Let me share my screen and get this going. Send some love in the chat if you haven't already for Sarah. Sarah, we appreciate you 100%. Definitely appreciate you. Sunshine, let me know. I don't see it being shared on the screen. I only see the sign that says you have started sharing the screen.
Yes, that's all that's coming up right now.
Okay. All right, so I'll go back and I'll see what happened. So I would love to share this. You must have a system, right? In the system, first of all, remember this. What affects your success and failure the most is what you do with the time that you have. It's how effectively you're using your time. We all clear on that? If we're all clear on that, let me know. Sorry, Jess, I have to sign you out, okay? For some reason, it's signing me out. And if it doesn't work, I'll just talk to it. I'll just talk to it if it doesn't work. But what I want you all to think is the thing that is going to contribute to your success and failure the most is what you do with the time that you have. And what you do with the time that you have is based upon your systems. Systems, you know the acronym, right? Everyone knows the acronym. If you do, put a 1 in the chat. If you don't, put a 0 in the chat. If you do, put a 1 in the chat. If you don't, put a 0 in the chat. I'm surprised, Chiron, you don't know this. All right, so systems, saving yourself significant time, energy, money. So the current system that you're running right now, this is how you can tell if it's working or not working. If your current system isn't saving you significant time, energy, money, it's not working for you. If your current system has you draining your energy, draining your time, and draining your money, it's not working for you. Everyone has a system, whether you believe it or not. There's internal systems and external systems. And we're going to close up soon. Also, team, do me a favor. Put the deposit link in the chat. If you haven't made your deposit to at least lock in your spot, go ahead and do that now. Anyone who partially pays, you will get on the phone with one of our enrollment advisors and we'll help you through the process. So make sure that if you're looking to get to that next level in this environment, you go ahead and put your deposit in. And let's do that as soon as possible. So team, can you spam that a little bit as we continue to close out? I want you all to think about your systems. Let me know in the chat if your system is working or if it's not working. Is it working or not working? Based upon the parameters that we set, is it working or not working? Okay, I see the screen is sharing. Is it working or not working? Working or not working? Okay, I'm seeing it needs improvement, but Jawan, be honest with yourself though. Is it working or not working? Because it's not about right or wrong. It's about workable and non-workable. So is it workable or is it not workable? Is it workable? Is it not workable? Is it workable, not workable? Real quick, throughout this week, what we were doing, we had a little therapy. Did the therapy help you? Let me know in the chat. Did it help you or did it hurt you? When we did the therapy, when we have people come up and we share, did it help you? Did it hurt you? Let us know in the chat. So the purpose of our therapy sessions is to allow you to see blind spots. Now, you have what you have in your life because of what you know, what you've accumulated, right? So what you know, what you've done, that's why you have the things that you have in your life. And if you're saying that your system has not been working, maybe there's a blind spot, right? Because if you're looking to get to another level in life and you haven't gotten there, it's the things that you don't know that will get you there, not the things that you do know. So therapy is important. How many of us are going to continue that therapy? Continue doing the mirror challenge. We send you the links to do the mirror challenge. It's free. You can do it by yourself. You don't need me. You don't need anyone else. You can do it on your own with a mirror and you can get a profound effect. Now, if you want to do it with us, you stay within our community and we'll continuously be able to give you the therapy and the systems that help you see your blind spots. Because when you think about the therapy, I like you to think about this. You're holding on to space that's taking up space, taking up room for your next level. So whatever that's in your mind, it may be lying dormant in your everyday thoughts, but that pain that you hold on to, you can feel it once it's released. How many of us, let me know in the chat, if you came up here and you shared and you didn't know that you were going to be in a therapy seat and you let some things go and it made you feel better, I want you to think you were holding on to that and didn't even know it. It was in your way and you didn't even know it. Now, for you all who didn't come up and you're looking, let's just use Mark's example. Mark's been using the same mind, the same mindset, the same tools, but he's been holding this space for so long that he wasn't making room to see his next version. So it all comes down to what you are doing within the 24 hours in which you have. Somebody put 24 in the chat. These 24 hours are crucial. So what's going to happen is you need to make sure you have a system. So your internal system, your first from 4 a.m. to 12 noon, this period is called creativity. If you are going to create anything, if you do it during this time, you're going to have the most amazing breakthroughs. Okay? Creativity. From 12 noon up to 6 p.m. And this happens biologically. So anything I'm speaking of, you're pretty much going to resonate with it biologically. From 12 noon to 6 p.m. is discovery. This is the period where you might go out for a walk. It's a period where you might feel like taking a nap. You might not even know why you want to take a nap. But early on from noon, 1, 2, 3, is basically a discovery period. When you sleep, you're going into discovery mode. This is why you have dreams, right? So during this discovery mode, it's important that you could work in this time too, because you can find things out. You can solve problems during this time as well. And then there's this 6 p.m. up until 11 p.m. And this is a recovery time period. Inside of this state, you're most susceptible for information subconsciously, besides this 4 a.m., 5 a.m., 6 a.m. time. But around the 6 p.m., this is why most prime time shows, you might not have noticed this yet, but when I bring it to you, it's going to make sense to you. With this, most prime time shows are within this time range of recovery. The reason why is because they know that you're in a sedated state. You can get more information subconsciously in your mind. They can program you with certain things. So the news also comes in here. You might see news at 5 p.m., but that's to prime you up for 6 p.m. It's to sedate you. Now, you want to use this time for family. Maybe you want to go for a long walk after dinner or whatever the case may be. But creativity, discovery, recovery. If you learn these internal systems, you'll operate on a higher frequency, which will give you the best chance for success. And this is why most successful people wake up super early, because there's something that happens naturally within your body with the circadian rhythm in your body, that if you wake up at 5 a.m. with the sun, or if you beat the sun just a little bit by a few minutes, what's going to happen is you're going to get natural energy and natural downloads that allow you to be super creative, because that is the state of creation. Okay, state of creation. So if you're looking to make plans, if you're looking to just, maybe your kids are always getting up and you have to make sure they're up at school so you don't get the early morning time, you must wake up super early where no one else is up. Maybe one or few people in the world, two people in the world, I mean, in your town, but you get up and you work on the single most important thing in your business or your life. During that time, it will change your life for the rest of your life. If you were a And we also have other systems that's external too, and we'll talk about that, that helps you with your time. And the last thing I want to speak about on this board was the live coaching helping you? Yes or no? Let us know. Did the live coaching help you? So these are the things that we were helping you with throughout this week to help you become more effective in less time, to help you have the knowledge that you need and give you the systems and therapy to have you pretty much have a blueprint of what it looks like to be successful. So you see how you got up early and you get on these AM calls, even though it might be what 5:30 over there in LA or California, you were still up early. Don't stop doing this stuff. Still do this when you in this program. Okay, you still do all of this when you're in this program. Last but not least, I do have a framework that I need you all to follow. I'll go step by step because I've already written up here, but I just want to make this make sense. Okay. Uh, how long should you sleep? Well, you should sleep at least from 6 to 8 hours. The optimal time is around 7 hours, 6 hours, but you can get eight. But it's not about just about how long you should sleep, it's when you should be asleep. You should be asleep before the clock hits 12. If something happened when the clock hits 12, you're going to be extremely tired throughout the day. It just it is what it is. You can't fight it, you can't escape it. It's part of your natural rhythm, but you should be asleep before 12 a.m. That's the goal. If you can't get there, practice getting there. All right, cool. So this is the final thing I want you all to take away. This is super important. Everyone put the word system in the chat. Everything you do in this world has a system, whether you realize it or not. And there aren't any secrets to success. There are only systems to success. So one of the things that I've learned is that you must have a go-to book. As I'm writing this stuff down, you write it in the chat. So go-to book. What is your go-to book? Some of you might say the Bible, but are you using the Bible to navigate the world? Or are you just reading it just so you can mark it off your checklist and say, I read the Bible? Okay, that's what this is. My go-to book would be Becoming More Effective in Less Time. That's my go-to book. Why? Because it gives me the strategies to be able to navigate, to be the best version of myself, to handle anything that comes stress-free. That's why I use this book. So the same things that I've been using, the tools that I've been using for you all to get breakthroughs are all through Becoming More Effective in Less Time book. That's the tools that I've been using when I bring you up on the stage and I ask you to do certain things. Okay. Now you need a performance system. How do you track your performance? You need a performance system. For me, I use different systems. I have tons of systems. I have spreadsheets. I also have apps, right? I use Meltos. I use Meltos. That's my app, right? More effective, less time operating system. You need a roadmap. If you don't know where you're going, you might not be able to get there. Roadmap. That's the next one. Put that in the chat. Everything that I'm telling you to write down, just write it down. It's super important. You need a roadmap. If you do not have a roadmap, you will not be successful. Any roadmap is going to take you 3 to 4 years for it to be in its fullest completion, what we will call mastery. Now you'll get this as I go on, but the 3 to 4 years is something that's super important. So don't forget to write 3 to 4 years next to the roadmap. Everyone needs a mentor. I don't care who you are. Even if you're a mentor, you need a mentor. Every mentor needs a mentor. You need a community. You need an environment of people who can help you grow. Okay. And then you also need systems of management, which would be like funnels, websites, and other management tools, whether it's QuickBooks or whatever the case may be, whatever you use, right? As far as you being everyday professional or you being an entrepreneur. Now, let me show you where I got this from. Remember, the things, the tools that I pull out, the mental models, the mindset models, are not me making these things up. It's me looking at what is working and then showing it and seeing if it works in other arenas. In other words, I work with the principles, universal principles that work in all arenas. So, where did we get this information from? Let's make it make sense. When you go to a job, right? What do they have as the go to book? What's the go to book at the job? What's the go to book at the job? What's the go-to book of the job? Good. The employee handbook. So you start to realize you still need a go-to book. If you're in this world, you need a go-to book. What is your go-to book? They understand that. That's why they gave you the Bible, gave you the Quran, because you need a go-to book. That is going to be part of your success no matter where you go, no matter what life you're living, you need a go-to book. Because information that's in the book allows you to do three things. It allows you to see it, read it, and be able to internalize it all in one shot. This is why reading is fundamental and it's super powerful. Okay. Now you're going to need a performance system. At the job, what's your performance system? At the job, what's your performance system? At the job, what's your performance system? You can't escape this. These are universal principles. Everywhere I looked, I saw the same things. You need a performance system. What is the performance system? At the job, evaluation, right? When you go in to see if you can get the raise, like your employer, your supervisor, they're marking things down. You may not know it, but they're marking it down. They're checking it. They're making sure that you hit the boxes. It's a performance system. You cannot not have it. But I want you to let me know in the chat. Do you have a performance system? Do you have something evaluating your own performance right now? Put a one in the chat if you do. Put a zero in the chat if you don't, because you're you're somehow lacking if you don't. You're not hitting the targets, and you could be higher on your um on your goal list, or you could be further with what your production level is, but you don't have a performance system, so you're not tracking it. Okay, you have to. Now, the other thing, just like the roadmap inside of work, you need KPIs. You need a role. Before you can hit max or peak level in a company, you're gonna need at least 3 to 4 years. You need at least 3 to 4 years to reach a high goal, high ranking in your company. So they use KPIs, they use your role tracker to make sure you know exactly what your role is. And instead of having a mentor at work, which you still should have a mentor at work, they just give you a boss or a supervisor. Okay, they give you a boss or a supervisor. You see how it's still making sense? It's the same things, ladies and gentlemen. When you recognize patterns, this is where you start to become a genius. There's no difference between the average student and the genius, except for the genius recognize the patterns. Hopefully, look, I'm telling you right now, that's the biggest thing, pattern recognition. Okay. So now you need a community, but instead of having a community at work, they give you something called coworkers. Or you can still have a group of people who may not be at your particular job, but they are people who also work in that industry or work similar to what you do. And you have a group of friends, and you all keep each other accountable when it comes to working. And then you have the management systems at your job. What's some management systems that you have at the job? You have ClickUp, you have Slack, you have all these different things, right? You might have Discord, but you have a way to manage your environment. That you need a way to manage your environment. It's a little bit different from performance tracker and the manager of the environment. So if you're a business owner, it's going to be a CRM, it's going to be a funnel mechanism, it's going to be website, it's going to be some sort of management tool. Okay. Now let's go all the way back to school and let's see if it's the same framework. When you go to school, the go-to book is what? What's the go-to book? And really in school is a go-to author. And for some reason, all the books are created by the same person, which is McGraw-Hill. But they give you a go-to book in each subject. Each subject you have a go-to book because they understand that the book is going to allow you to do three things. And those three things are be able to read, internalize, and be able to visualize and execute on whatever information they're given. Okay, so that they know that. So the performance tracker in school is what? What's the performance tracker in school? The way they track your performance in school? Grades, right? So we understand these things. So it's no different. See, your success could be super easy, but if you don't map this stuff out, it's going to seem like you're all over the place and you're going to do a lot of things. You're going to be doing the same things a lot of times, right? But if you start to realize there's a pattern to all of this, you'll make progress. So when it comes to the roadmap or the KPIs in school, what is that for school? Well, it's the grades that you're in. And it's always a 3 to 4 year period before you graduate. I want you to think about that. That's not by accident. It's designed this way because 3 to 4 years creates mastery. This is why from 6 to 8th grade, you're pretty much learning the same stuff. And then when you go to high school from 9 to 12, you're pretty much learning the same things there. But it's mastery. Everyone put mastery in the chat if you haven't noticed. They don't give you a mentor in school and they don't give you a boss, but they give you a teacher. You don't have a community and you don't have coworkers, but you have a classroom. And you may not have ClickUp, you may not have a CRM in front of a website, you may not have Slack, but they for sure give you Blackboard. You're on Blackboard. This is what allows you to be more effective in less time. Okay? They have figured this out. They only have but so much time to be able to indoctrinate you into their system. This is what they allow you to get to in order to be more effective in less time. If you're at the job and you utilize all of these, you know the rules in the handbook, you understand the performance system, you execute on your KPIs, you have good relationship with the boss, the co-workers, and you know how to use ClickUp, you're not the one that's late, you're pretty much there all the time, chances are you're going to get moved up to the next level, you get promoted. Make sense? Let me know if it makes sense in the chat. It makes sense? If you're in school and you use your go-to books, you study through your books, you actually pass all your tests, you understand that you graduate, you're not falling back, you're just moving forward each year, you're good with your teachers, your classmates, and you use Blackboard, you're going to be successful. It's simple and it's so easy. Once it's all written out, you can see it easily. Now, same thing happens if you're a business owner, entrepreneur, or a young professional. You have that go-to book, you got that performance system, you understand, you know your roadmap, you have a mentor, you have a community of people, you have your funnels. That's all of what you need, your marketing material, basically, right? That's all of what you need in order to be successful. Now, the next thing is just fulfilling on whatever it is that you offer to people. This is how you become more effective in less time. So now, one of the things I want you to be aware of is the scripts that you run on yourself. So remember when we was working with Sarah and her script was, hey, if I help people, I'm going to do it out of the kindness of my heart and I will be appreciated for being a kind person. That's the script. Now be cautious of your script. Are you running a script where you're the victim all the time? Are you running the script where you're the underdog? A lot of us run the script where the go-karts, where we stop and start. We start things and we stop. And the reason why Sarah related to this, think about it this way. If you're in a go-kart, I'm sorry if my go-kart looks like UFO spaceships, but if you're in a go-kart and you crash into someone, that stopping and starting could hurt if you're unaware of the stopping and starting. So when you saw her letting those waterworks go, that's because she realized this go-kart energy. You stop, you start, you stop, you start, you stop. At some point you get tired of it. Some point you get tired of it and it's like, all right, I had enough. So please make sure if you're going to operate with any of these scripts, you operate with the victor script. You are the victor. You are victorious. It will work. It's going to work. It has to work. That's your mindset. That's your mentality. Was this helpful for you or not? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. I'm going to stop sharing the screen on this one. And we're going to get ready to close out for this particular leadership and accountability for this week. Was that helpful for you in any way? Let me know. I would love for you to raise your virtual hand and share what these leadership and accountability program was like for you. If we can get that, let us know. If we can get that. Raise your virtual hand, come up and share. And then we'll close out. Have you been putting the link in the chat? Put the link in the chat for the deposit. Lock in your deposit at the very minimum, but you can also pay in full. You can also pay in full. Who do we have? Let's bring them up.
Hey, Emily. Happy Friday. Sean, you took us to church today. You tore down all the strongholds and the limiting beliefs that I think a lot of us have. Just trying to like cope and operate in like a dual system as far as like being, who do you think you are? Energy to like really mirroring back to ourselves like who we really are. And your talk today resonated with me because I see how I'm a lot of the times like always helping or you know uh extending an olive branch, but then I have this um loner energy where I'm like, oh no, I got it, I don't need help. But I'm starting to like allow people to help me, or if they want to like pour into me versus resisting, like, no, I got it. And what your talk with Mark resonated with me too, because I made a lot of money and I spent a lot of money. And just the underlying conversations about having so much stuff but still being poor, you know, resonating like scarcity and, you know, dealing with childhood trauma and stuff like that. So you definitely like open up. I mean, you took the plane off the ground. So I feel I got wings. I can fly today.
Ooh, put that, Sunshine. Don't forget that part. Clip that. Let's get that. I like it. I like it. Coach Crew gives you wings. Forget about Red Bull, baby. Come on. Talk to me. Talk to me nice. So I love it. Absolutely love it. Thank you, Trinell. We appreciate you 100%. We'll see you tomorrow on the networking call, right?
Yes, you
All right.
will.
So tomorrow we do have our networking call to come out and build with each other and find a new partner, because we know that small businesses uniting with each other can build big business conglomerates where you can go off and make some money, but also make super impact in your life. So if you do want to come to that, let us know. We'll put that link in the chat. Actually, team, put that in the chat for the Mindset Reset networking tomorrow. If there will be like some people in here if that would like to come to tomorrow's call. All right, cool. We only have one hand. Did we only impact one person? Should we just wrap up, Sunshine? Come up here with me really fast, Sunshine. Maybe we didn't do a good enough job this week. What do you think? We didn't do a good enough job this week.
Oh, we definitely did a good enough job. I don't know why they did back there being shy. That's that being in the back. But remember, put yourself in the game. You got King Mark ready to speak again. He's ready to be transparent. Come on and talk to us, King Mark. And I'm you.
Thank you, everybody. I just feel like I just peeled off another layer. There's a lot of layers. And I don't even know where to start. Thank you for being there. I haven't felt this good in a while. I feel good. I try to stay happy, but I felt good because I don't got to do it alone. Um, if you don't like people, if people don't know, just this little bit of time, you know, is you can't go back to be the same person you used to be. Mm-hmm. There's no way you can go back to be the same person. That for me. There's no way I can go back and it's just crazy. It's just crazy, but it's good. And I just thank you for just allowing me to share and just allowing me to just give up this front. You know, I'm a tough guy. I want to, and I realize when I'm angry, it's just to hold the void. It's just to try to fill a void up, and it don't do nothing. You know, you can't There's no way you can be the same man if you just went through all this. There's no way. There's no way. If there is something wrong, I know for me, it's the ultimate. So, we got to talk. My mind is clicking on how to do what I got to do, but you got to just keep doing it. It's all going to work out. And I just thank you for you guys giving me the time and you guys giving us your time. You're giving us your time. You don't have to give us your time. You're giving us your time. I've never seen anything like this in my life. I've been to so many seminars and people, they wanted to take your money and do this and that. And it's crazy. You guys show a lot of love, and I appreciate you. I appreciate everybody. And I don't like to cry in front of whom as strangers. I don't like that too much, but I do, and I don't have no problem with that. But I'm real happy, and thank you, and we will see you tomorrow. Thank you.
Absolutely. And it's a good cry, right, Sunshine? I'm known to make people cry. That's why Sunshine said run away earlier. Don't run away.
We can't run away. We can't run away.
Absolutely.
No way. You can't run away. If you want to change, what? No, you can't run away. You won't change.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Everyone sent some love in the chat. Thank you for that. And yeah, Sunshine, if you have any thoughts on that, you can share. But I did like what Havina said in the chat that we are family now, not strangers. So if everybody could put family in the chat, put family in the chat. But we have to make the preference because not all family is family, right? And not all family is good family. But this the good family, okay? So just letting that be known. We don't want to take from you, we want to pour into you, but we want to create leaders. And the way that we're going to create leaders is that we give you a chance to shine, a platform to stand on, and support behind you. You'll found more confidence to be able to speak up and be the person that you knew you were meant to be. So that's why we hold this platform. If you wanted to add anything to that, Sunshine, if you saw anything with Mark, if you wanted to just relate to something, I don't know. So the floor is yours if you do.
Mark said a lot, for those that tuned in and really allowed yourself to be as open with him in that moment. I can't see how what he said did not touch everybody as long as you were tuned in. And, specifically while he was talking, I thought about what crossed my mind is um, we end up in relationships and marriages based off the void that we are looking to fill. Now, I want everybody to really think about that. Your mate or your mates in life has been based upon these voids 9 times out of 10, and that comes from our childhood that we are looking to fill, right? And inside those voids in these relationships with these people, we're looking for validation from them. And we place this expectancy on them to fill this void that didn't even have anything to do with them by emotional intelligence, by growth, and all kinds of stuff. Then that relationship is no longer serving you. And this is the reason why relationships stops to work. And I just want y'all to know this. Stop looking for validation on the outside. Validation, I tell this to people all the time, is for parking only. Put that in the chat. Validation is for parking only. Okay, you don't need to be validated by anybody else, not even your mate. And in full transparency, I'm gonna tell you something. I did a 20-year marriage, and it wasn't all bad. But part of the issue was, I remember always saying to him that I did not feel like he was loving me properly. Right? He wasn't prioritizing me. Right? And the truth of the matter is, and I don't know whose relationship I'm about to help out at this moment, but he couldn't love me properly because I wasn't loving myself properly. Let that person off the hook. Let them off the hook because it isn't about them, it's about you. I was looking for him to prioritize me when I wasn't prioritizing myself. It starts with you and it ends with you. So I don't know who I'm helping right now, but a lot said in what Mark was saying. Right? And we all just want to be loved the way we love other people. That's why we do the things that we do because we want it to be reciprocated. But a lot of the times you can't make a taker be a giver.
Can you say that one more time? I think it was people in the back. Can you say that one more time? I think it was people in the back.
You can't make takers be givers. So the best thing that you could do for yourself is set up proper boundaries. Set up the proper boundary and give to yourself everything that you're looking for from somebody else. Give it to yourself. When you give it to yourself, when you point into you first, you're no longer looking to be validated. You're no longer looking to be prioritized. You're no longer looking to be loved the proper way because you are filling your own cup. And then your mate, your relationship becomes an added bonus. Relationships are not working because of the pressure. We applying pressure on this other person to fill these voids that has nothing to do with them. I don't know who I'm talking to right now, but I'm telling you, these are the things that we have to pay attention to within ourselves. When you learn to be accountable for yourself and what you're doing and how you're loving and how you're showing up, when it comes to you first, I promise you the rest of your life is going to challenge. So let that mate off the hook, whether it's an ex, stop being mad at them. It wasn't them. Let them off the hook. Take them off the hook and just be accountable for how we need to be loving ourselves. And when we love ourselves properly, it's going to, that's how you're going to attract the right person. Because they either have to meet you where you are or go above you. But it's easy to attract the wrong person when you're not loving yourself the way you need to, when you're not showing up for yourself the way you need to. And then we get mad at them. No, it's not them. It's always us. So thank you for today because on so many levels, the transparency, even with Sarah, right? The emotions come out because we're peeling back the layers in real time, and there's a lot of them. There is a whole lot of them. But this is what happens when you're in the right room with the right people. When you can have those hard conversations. A lot of people run from them. No, we embrace them because we know that peeling back those layers is going to get us to be the person that we need to be to have the life not only that we desire, but the life that we deserve.
Hmm. Love it. Absolutely love that. And I saw that hand come up. Who's that, Rashid? Put your hand back up there, Rashid. Put your hand back up there. I do. Yeah, don't disappear. It's for a reason why you had your hand up there. Stay right there for a second. Before we let go, I just want to make sure I show you all this because we're giving this to you all for free. So this is the Love Plus platform that I've created. And the reason why I created this platform is to help you think big, speak well, and look good. So that way you get paid to be you. If you want to get paid to be you, put that in the chat. Paid to be me. Put that in the chat. This right here will help you get paid to be you. And I've been doing that for a while now, where I'm just leveraging my likeness, I leverage my IP, and just pretty much get paid off of that. And it's been amazing because it allows me to create my schedule to live life on my terms. Yes, it is work and it's always going to be work, but you have to choose the work that you want. Are you going to choose work that allows you to win, or are you going to choose work that allows you to sink within? Now, I don't want that one. I want the one that's going to allow me to win. This is why we talk about business athletics and we say, hey, drop the trophy emoji in the chat because we think that you're all winners. But the difference between a winner and a loser is that a winner understands that there will be challengers and accepts it and looks to go above and beyond to make sure they come out victorious. Now, we want to help you do that. So we created our Love Plus developmental systems where you can go in here and you can build upon skill sets. You can come in here and get clarity. As I mentioned, we did the clarity challenge, which was amazing. If you need to improve your communication, we have that in here as well. Maybe you want to create your own community. You can learn that in here too. And we heard so many people say we gave them confidence just by being on this call. So myself and Sunshine and my entire team, we love to offer this to you all for free. Now we do have things in here that's paid, but the free systems that you have in here is more than enough to get you started and get you to a place where you can start seeing results as soon as, or I would say in less than 30 days. You can be transformed in less than 30 days. We don't just have it where it's all about those intangibles such as skill sets. We also have in here where you can learn more about your health, more about habits, and put information for your LLC creation. All of what you think that will help you to be successful is in here, and we would love to give it to you for free. We have the way to learn to meditate, 10-day meditation challenge, so on and so forth. Overwhelmed and stressed, even if you want to learn how to pitch your products better, we have it in here. If you want to get rid of procrastination, step into productivity, public speaking, being punctual, relationships, the list goes on and on, all the way down to self love, self storage, even, right? Spirituality, time management. Once again, the list goes on and on. And these systems will help you be successful. We have the resources in here that you can take advantage of to allow yourself to be in the best position as possible. We know not everyone is going to be able to come to us with the next level. We only accepted 20 people into our boardroom, but we do have this opportunity here for you as well if you would love to take advantage of it. Okay, if you want to speak with impact, do things that would allow you to make more sales, we have it here so that way you can progress. So I'll put that into the chat. The only thing that you would need to do is create a profile and log in, and you'll be set. All the details that you need as far as instructions will be sent to your email. So make sure you look out for an email from myself or from Love Plus. So you might see Love Plus on the email. You might see Sean Crumay on the email. Either one, that's from us. And I would love for you all to get that. This also will be posted inside the Telegram along with some other resources that are free. I want you to go ahead and take advantage. This is our Love Plus platform that's going to allow you to have that true transformation, to think big, speak well, look good, and get paid to be you. Let's continue to go to those other hands. I'll put this in the chat and you all can have that. So go, you even can check it out now if you like. Go ahead and click on it, check it out now if you like. Get started while we're working here. All right, cool. Let's go to the last two hands. I know we've been here for a while. We thank you. We appreciate you. If you do have to leave, please by all means leave. I'm just holding the space really fast for these two hands. Who was that? Victoria. Hey, Victoria.
Hey, what's going on, bud?
How y'all doing?
Good.
Coach, as always, you land the plane. You land the plane. I love this community. I thank you and Sunshine and everybody in the community. But I just want to say to Mark, love yourself because can't nobody love you better than you in Christ. Learn to love yourself. And as Coach said that, I think Sunshine said we have to pour into ourselves before we can pour into other people because people will take, but they never want to give.
Absolutely.
We should never empty our cup for other people. And Coach, I just want to say thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you. We appreciate you. We love it. Snap it up and clap it up. Everyone sends some love in the chat for Victoria. And one thing that Victoria is doing at you, some of you may not know Victoria, but she's been here for a while. She's just building on her confidence, raising her hand as many times as she can, getting those reps in, speaking in front of people, because she is now going to be on stages as well. So as I mentioned before, you look at these people who come into the room that look just like you. Just because where you start at doesn't mean that's where you will finish. You will be at a higher level. You will be at the next level, but it's going to take some courage. Let's move on to the last hand if we can.
King Rashid, come talk to us, King. Are you able to turn your camera on so we can bring you up? I thought I seen it on a second ago.
Probably at work.
Yes. Are you able to turn your camera on or no?
No, I was working with cleaners, so we did holes in the street, and like I got too many people.
No problem. We can hear you though.
I'm one of the people that's been in the back for the whole week. You know, and I just want to say that I'm one of them that grew up in the '70s. I'm a strong black. I can't never ask for help. I always have to feel like I do everything by myself. So it's good to hear a lot of other black men express themselves because I can't. It's hard.
We with you, King. We with you. We can feel your energy. We're sending you a lot of love and light and healing energy. Know that you found your home. You're not alone in this anymore. And it is hard. But it is.
Everybody comes to whenever there's issues or problems. I'm 6'4", 300 pounds. I'm a demolished too. Like I see a problem, I run into it. You know, I played football my whole life. I played in the NFL, so I always was taught to lead with aggression.
was the last time you ran to yourself? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Can you make a promise to yourself to start doing that? Can you start running to you first? You can still be the demolition man. We don't have no problem with that. Because life is going to present some things to you that do need to be demolished. But can you run into you first? Or for the first
I'm singing, man. Tears, man.
time? Mm. Whew.
It's running down my face.
I need you to breathe. I just have to take a deep breath. Breathe.
I got tears coming down my face for like 20 years.
Mm.
So it feels awkward to even talk to strangers or say what I'm saying. But yeah, I said it all week. I'll be back just listening to everybody. I'm feeling what they've gone through, but I never asked help, never asked anybody to do anything for me. If I can't do it for myself, it just won't get done because I don't trust nobody to help me with anything. And I have to break out of that system of way of thinking. And y'all helping me with that. So believe me, it takes a lot for me to even say what I'm saying because I can't even believe I'm saying.
It's your time.
That's just all I wanted to say. I just want to say I wanted to close in the bag. I appreciate your time and just wanted to express myself and listen to them all. I figured I'll let me tell myself too because I'm one of them dudes that I don't accept help from nobody. I don't let nobody tell me I'm a tough guy. Like you can't say nothing wrong to me. But I don't have nobody to tell me for help.
You do now.
But everybody turns to me when they need something.
Now you have somebody to turn to now. Can you just private message me your number, please? Can you just send me a message in here in a chat and just send me your number?
Okay.
All right. Mindset Mobile. Oh my gosh. What an amazing call. And thank you, King Rashid, for being so transparent and vulnerable. And I think we all just need to pour some love into him for a minute, y'all. Can we just come off mute unless you want to say something first, Mindset? But I would love for everybody to just love on our King. You know, they need it. They they need our love. They need to feel seen and heard and appreciated. And you are all of that. So can we please, for King Mark, King Rashid, can we just show these kings some love, everybody? Can y'all come off here? Are they able to come off here?
Mm. Real quick, Rashid, what did that feel like for you? What did that feel like? Let's unmute. Send him a request to unmute. Thank you.
Only time I have people cheer for me is when a house plays football or when I can do something for you. You know what I mean? But just seeing people say that it feels good.
I want you to notice something. That only happened because you were willing to take a step forward from taking a step back.
Absolutely.
That only happened because you were willing to raise your hand, to be vulnerable, to share. And I want you all to think about this. Um, I think for all of us, when we feel a man's tears, it just feels a little bit heavier
Mm-hmm.
because we don't see men cry. We know it's the whole thing that as a man, stop that crying. Right? That's what we were told since we was young. Stop that crying, man up, do something about it. But I want you to feel how good it feels to just finally just let that go for a minute. Because it's not about being the perfect man. It's just about being a person, man. Just be a person, Rashid, and that's what you get to feel. Because let's be real here. I want to be real quick. As men, we don't get to feel like we're just people sometimes. We get to be the ATM. We get to be all these other things that everybody wants from us except for just being a human. When we share and we talk about our feelings, we get looked at as soft or weak. It's like we don't have anywhere to go. So we just go to each other and talk to each other about it. But it's something about sharing to a feminine energy as well to have that be poured back into us because as a man you're with both masculine and feminine energy, and that's why I wasn't saying anything, Sunshine, because I think it was good for you to be able to speak to him from woman to man. That's something different. And that's what we're normalizing here. So Rashid, we're proud of you in a lot of ways because when you cry, it's just like that plant. You water yourself, you grow. And I'm proud of you for that because you took that stand and you're showing other men. And I think Mark too, because I think Mark had a lot to do with that. So thank you, brothers. We appreciate both of you for this because we had some breakthroughs. And now by you sharing, Rashid, you had Karan come up. I think you also have something to do with Karan coming up now, coming up next. So everyone, send some love in the chat to Rashid if you haven't. Rashid, any last things, any last word you want to say?
Just thank you. Thank you. That's all I'm just saying. Thank you.
Also, where are you from? Where are you from? What city are you in? Okay, we'll have a meetup in New York this Saturday. So if you all want to meet up in New York, get into that Love Plus platform so that way we can send the messages out to you. So go ahead and Love Plus it. We're in New York this weekend, tomorrow, right? Just some love in the chat if you haven't already. All right, thank you. I know we're way over time. It's the last day. If my team gets upset with me, tell them to come talk to me about it. It's the last day, okay? It's the last day here. Um, but let's go to the last hand, and then we're closing. Hmm?
Kyron, are you? No, it's Kyron. Are you able to turn your camera on, King? Or no? Okay. Oh, powerful, powerful, powerful.
All right. I'm gonna do it over right now.
So you can't. Okay, it's fine. We can just listen to you.
But yeah, real quick, you know, him sharing what he did is being vulnerable, the way that they raise, black men in New York, man. I'm from Long Island, and same mentality. You got to be strong. When Sean said, stop that corner, that's hit my soul because my nervous system, retained that when my dad said that. You know what I mean? Like all the time, I was known as the emotional boy as a kid, and mama's boy, and um, you know, one day my mom was like, Karen, you gotta grow up. And I know she didn't mean any harm by that, but that like created a disconnect from like the love that I really needed, and um man, that struck me with how he just opened up because we are hurting and we are angry and we're fighting
And when you have no other like outlet of support, where do you go? Where do you go? You know what I mean? Like, and like I go through so much just at my job. Like I have to walk outside just to talk to y'all because they got cameras. I've been in the back the whole week because I got people watching me while I'm working. He's on this phone. He must be texting. I'm typing the stuff in the chat to keep up, but it's like they watching me because they're like, yo, what is this done? But everybody has worked a job like that knows that you gotta try to be present. So I'm fighting right now, fighting for my financial freedom. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know what everybody's faith is, but I believe that my ancestors and my creator are working to help me break this what do they call it, the cycle. I don't want to call it a generational curse, but like my family has dealt with poverty for a long time, and I know I'm the cycle breaker. Why? Because I do not talk to my family right now at all. I left New York and came to Atlanta, and I have not spoken to my mom, my dad, my brothers, my sister. Nobody can talk to me right now. Nobody, because I refuse to sit down with the same person in the spirit and let my life go to shambles. I mean, myself right now. It's me, my girl, and my two kids in Atlanta alone. We ain't had ever since I left New York. I ain't really had friends like that. So you know, this program, like I said, man, y'all, this is life changing. You know, this is life changing. Like I said, when I met Ronell, when I met you, Sean, when I met everybody, I knew this was going to be big. But the creator was like, bro, you have to see why this is important. So I had to literally go through 10 years of being broke, 10 years of not having nothing. I slept outside. I was homeless, lost my car, lost everything. You know, to create that value, so that now I'm here. This now I can understand why. You know what I mean? So I just wanted to share that and let Mark, especially Mark, you know what I mean? I couldn't even hear Mark's whole message because my boss is trying to talk to me. Now I'm like, God, you know what I'm saying? Like this is so when we talk about the why, my why is every day. Like I can't even participate in the call because I'm at work. I do 12-hour shifts Monday through Friday. So I know what Mark is talking about. You know what I mean? This man played in crime 20 years. Like, bro, like that's not human. Like why do men have to go through so much, bro, just to live? You know what I mean? Like it's crazy. And not saying that women don't, because of course women go through a lot. Same way, you know what I mean? But it's just like, I feel like it's more accepted for women to show those emotions. So, you know, that's where I'm at.
So, Sean, you want to add some value on that?
He said so much. One of the things that stand out to me is how you had to walk away and leave and relocated. And, I'm going to say this to you, and I need everybody to put it in the chat because it's so real. And I remember doing the same exact thing. I left twice. I left New York and went to Virginia, then I left Virginia and I went to Georgia. And so you're not alone, but elevation requires isolation. Okay? We cannot allow ourselves to be in the same environments with the same people day in and day out doing the same things, but are looking to be elevated to our next level. It's not going to happen. And if it was, it would have been happening a long time ago. And so you have to change your environment. And you have. You say you by yourself, until today, until you met us. Because you have a whole new family. You're in a room now with people that understand and get it. I was homeless with my ex-husband and my kids. I know that journey. It's nothing to be played with. And when you've gone through certain things and certain circumstances, it's certain things you're not willing to tolerate anymore. And most people don't understand that. And so where you are in your life right now is so pivotal. You are at a major fork in the road, but you're seeing everything that you need to see. There is family members that I don't speak to either right now because they would be in my way. They will be a part of my demise. And sometimes that's hard to deal with. We can't control the family we born into. And nothing says that, okay, just because they are blood, you have to allow yourself to stay in that situation, in that environment with these people that you understand and know will be your downfall if you allow them. So, yes, the isolation is pivotal, but don't stay isolated for your elevation. Put yourself in the right rooms in the environment, and you have already done that. And so, I apologize. I am apologizing to you, right? To Rashid, to Mark, for all the times that y'all had to hold in your feelings, for all the times that you never felt like it was okay to cry, for all the times that you felt like you would be less than because you had to man up. I want y'all to know that y'all women are here to love on you, to support you. We got you, and don't ever feel like you have to man up in here. Don't ever feel like you can't express yourself. Don't ever feel like you have to hold in the tears because right now it's your season. It is truly your season. Y'all are in the right room, and you have a bunch of goddesses in here that are going to support y'all. And we need y'all to release that because that's dead weight that you're carrying. And again, you cannot get to your next level with that dead weight. And don't worry about your boss. Don't worry about your voice. Like that's part of what's gonna be your motivating factor to have you do everything that you need to do to change your life. He's playing his role in his position. And I need everybody to understand that there's people in our lives that are playing their roles in the positions that they need to in order to help us get to our next level. We just have to pay attention and notice who they are in our life. Don't be mad at him. He just doing what he's supposed to do. I like him. I appreciate him. He gonna keep disturbing your peace, but it's gonna help you get to the level that you want to be at. I truly love you all. I appreciate you, Kyron. Thank you, for coming up here and sharing as well. And y'all kings, I hope y'all see how powerful y'all are. Not only are y'all motivating us, but look at how y'all are motivating each other to be more open and more vulnerable. And like the transparency that's going on right now, this is priceless. Like, I don't know what you paid to get in here into other rooms, but this right here is priceless. And it can only happen when you allow yourself to be in the right rooms. And so I want to welcome you home, Kyron. I want to welcome you home, Rashid. I want to welcome you home, Mark. Y'all are in the right environment to get to that next level. And we truly love and appreciate you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Absolutely. Everyone send some love in the chat. Oh, you have one more thing you want to say, Karan?
I've never been in the therapy, so this is something I need.
Absolutely. And remember, you said you was looking for that place, and where do you have the place where you can actually speak as a man and share your feelings? Well, this is the place. That's why we call it love plus. Love plus everything. Everything starts with love first. When you love yourself enough to do the things you need to do, you can get to the places you want to go. So everyone send some love in the chat for Kyron. Last hand, very last hand, because we can't even go any further. I done extended this out an hour over time. I'll have to have a talk with my teams, and they're gonna get me a little bit, but I'll take the bullets for you all. Zoom user, who's that? I thought we said I thought we told Zoom user to
Ashwa. Zoom user on you.
Hi.
Hi, love. How are you? Who are we speaking with?
All right. My name is Marielle. How's it going?
Hi, Mario. Are you
Yes.
camera on? Okay, there you go.
Yes, I'm able to put my camera on. I'm gonna just walk to the bathroom really quickly because I'm at work. Uh,
Yes, we can hear you.
yes, I'm just gonna walk to the bathroom because I'm at work. So let me just go in here really quickly. All right. Are you able to see me?
Yes, we can, love.
Okay. So where should I start?
what was your week like? How has this been for you? What has this been like for you? Start there.
Oh my God, this experience just has been like heartwarming for me and an eye opening because it's just so much that I'm just getting out of these meetings and I love it. And the community,
the lip color and everything. It's just beautiful.
Did she freeze for me, or did we freeze for you, Sunshine?
It's me. No, she didn't.
All right,
Yeah.
no, I guess it was at the end though. But I want to know what prompted you to raise your hand.
Yeah, what for me to raise my hand is because I'm trying to get my breakthrough too.
Yeah, all right. So you know you're supposed to come up here earlier, right? All right, but I'll do it for you. I'll do it for you since you're here now. But talk to us, talk to us. So for one, do you feel like you're stuck anywhere? Do you feel like there's somewhere where you haven't reached your next level?
Yes, yeah, definitely. I just feel like I'm stuck at like not following up with the plans that I have set. And it's always obstacles or something just hitting in my way. And I'm always pouring onto people when people are not pouring onto me and accepting less than I know what I truly deserve. So definitely.
Mm. Would people say, first of all, I love what you said, but I have a question because I'm starting to pick up something. Would people say that you're bubbly, like you're like the life of the party, or you're like you have good energy? Like, what would people say about you? They
Yeah,
would,
they
they would.
always say I'm a firecracker, I'm bubbly, I'm the life of the party. They always call me to come out and party all the time. I hear it all the time.
Okay, so is it like that? By the way, let me make sure I say this before I start with you. If you're looking to get into this program, there is a link that we have in the chat where you can book a call with the team. At least, the very least, book that call with the team so that way someone can help you and guide you to the right path for you. But back to you. What was your name again? Is it? It starts with an M. Marielle. Yeah, yeah, Marielle.
Yes.
Cool. So with you, Marielle, do you find it that when you're out and about, it's great, it feels good, but when you come back home, do you feel some sort of void, or you feel something, or you just, you express it to me first on that level?
Yeah, definitely. So when I go out, with my friends, it's all good and nice. But then it's like I come home, it's just like it's either like I feel a little bit of empty, or it was like, damn, like I should have just never went out. Like I just wasted my time going out, like because I'm seeing the same people and it's the same thing all over. So,
Okay, that's it. So I figured that that might be it. But let me ask this just to make sure we're in that direction. Do you have many nights where you cry?
nice where I cried.
Yeah.
No, not necessarily. No.
Okay, so then it is that. So it's because sometimes it's this way, right? It's the type of people where it's type A, where they'll go out and they're having an amazing time, they're the life of the party, but when they come home, they'll cry, right? They'll cry in their bed, go to sleep because they're lonely. And then there's the other person who they will go out and they will have the life of the party. When they come back home, they're just like, okay, what did I get? Everybody else got something, but did I get anything from that? And I think that's where you're at, right? Where you're not really getting much from those interactions. And your breakthrough isn't anything heavy. You're just in the same environment that will get you the same results. It's time for you. Like when you go out, where do you go out to?
Yeah, I go out to lounges.
All right, stop right there. I'm done. Stop right there. I'm done. No, 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 I'm done. I'm done. I'm done right there. Because that your next level of going out is conferences. Your next level of going out is meetups. Your next level going out is social network. It's not going out to do hookah. It's not going out to get the lobster. It's not going out to show Instagram, because you have surpassed that level of energy. So it's no more feeding you, it's actually draining you. And
Right.
the more you stay in that level, unfortunately for women, the faster your demise will be.
Mm-hmm.
Because most women, and don't be upset about this, this is just how it works in this particular world, but there's a way to change that.
Right, exactly.
When you operate, you as a woman, you're going to operate from appearance first. You can't escape that. That's how men and women see women. That's just how women see women. It just is what it is. You're going to operate from appearance first. Now, as you age, for women, it's going to get less attention, less attention, and less attention. That's just the bottom line. What you want to do with the attention that you have right now is bottle that up and use it to build a business or use it to build influence. So no more are you the girl who goes out and you're the fun time girl. You're now the inspirational leader. Imagine when you walk in, because what you have on looks good now, right? So imagine you walk in, nice suit. They all, where did you get that from? Oh, I love your face. How is it so clear? You now can start getting paid from your likeness versus just going and just having fun and having people enjoy your energy. So I would say that now your benefit would be being able to take your images, being able to take who you are as a person and get paid to be you. Because you can do that. Like I can tell right now, people will pay you right now. Give me your skincare routine. People pay you right now. Give me your outfit styles. And I will say to you, leverage that. So no more like you can still go out, whatever, with the girlfriends, but how about be the leader and take your girlfriends into different rooms now? Take them into conferences, take them into places where you're learning more, getting higher, and then getting connected with people that can take you to another level. I would say that would be your real breakthrough and pertaining to this as far as anything being in your way and you're seeing the same things over and over. Any thoughts on that?
I definitely agree to what you just said. So it was some good breakthrough, good words. Yeah, so I just got to change my surroundings and my environment, and yeah, I'm gonna work on it.
Yeah. All right. So just always remember this, right? Everyone put one move
Yeah.
away in the chat. You're literally one move away. It's not a bunch of moves. It's not a series of events. Just one move. And the one move for you is your environment. If you just switch your environment, your whole life will change.
Oh my God. And that's what I've actually been thinking about and contemplating on. And I'm just like, I had to do it. I need to move away. Yes, somebody said move away from the job. I know that's right. I need to move away and I'm gonna work on moving away. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. Yeah, now moving away, changing people, places, and things. That's exactly what I need to do.
People, places, things that would change your nouns, right? So you use your nouns to change your noun. And this goes for everyone. We got to close up right after this. Unfortunately, I see there's one hand up.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Everyone send some love in the chat for Mariel. We appreciate you, Mariel. You're one move away. And sometimes, yes, it is. You're going to have to move from the hometown. You're going to have to move from the town that you're in. Because let's say you operate best in tropical area. But the area that you live in the north, so it's more months of it being cold and you get seasonal depression, right? Or maybe the people in the places that you live, they're not operating with entrepreneur spirit, entrepreneur energy. They just do the same things: go to work, go home, go to sleep. In fact, they live at work and visit their own home. That's how much they work. You might have to leave where you are, because let's say this: if you get seasonal depression like in New York, right, there's pretty much 7 months of cold and then the rest of it is maybe warm and it's 3 months of hot. And the reality of it is, it's great if you have a lot of money and if you can thrive in that area. But for some people, you might as well just move a little bit south where you have more months of warmer weather where you can operate without seasonal depression, right? And if you're a tropical person, be in a tropical area. If you love mountainous sports or if you love the cold, then be in the cold. Thrive where you know that you can thrive. Live where you know that you can thrive. So don't let that go out of your mind. Keep that in mind, because you could be 50, you could be 40, you could be 30. I'm not looking for you to uproot your family. I'm just saying that if you have more days of just being happy by the weather alone, chances are you could be super successful because you're already happy. You get that? Versus being secluded and being cold and being a little miserable, and then you can't operate as much as you want, and then you only operate at your best 3 months out of the year. That's not enough, right? So with that being said, that is it. I can't go any further than this. I do have to stop, unfortunately. So I will have to have everyone come off of mute. What I would do though is I will be going live a little bit later today. Team, can you put my Instagram in the chat, please? Put my Instagram in the chat. Just follow me on the Instagram, and then when we do the lives, we can bring you up. You don't have to have your camera on. You could just have your audio working. But put my Instagram in the chat, please. Just spam it in the chat for me, please. Thank you. All right. So with that being said, it's been a pleasure with you all, and I do appreciate each and every one of you. You are the best of the best, the top of the top, the cream of the crop in my eyes. But it's not about me; it's about you. So if you do hear me talking about me, we're talking about maxing everything. Once again, you have the free bonuses. Make sure that's inside the Telegram team. Remember, we're also going to put the links in the chat if you need to make your deposit. If you need to get on the team, get on a call with one of the team members to help navigate this for you, help you choose your path, we have those options for you. If this is the last time I'm seeing you, just know I don't have to know your history to understand your energy. You are the best of the best, the top of the top, the cream of the crop. Believe it. Celebrate yourself, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go out with a bang. What I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen, and so that way you can play the music. And then let's go out on high note. Send a request for everyone to come off of mute. This has been your capital and cash flow. I will call it the summit. I will call it a boot camp. I will say this was life changing. All right, ladies and gentlemen, come off of mute, snap it up and clap it up. And I want you to go throughout the day with this high energy. Peace, love, and beautiful energy, ladies and gentlemen. You are the best of the best, top of the top, cream of the crop. Believe that.